We finally have it. The untold origin of Dracula that absolutely no one wanted. Hey guys, welcome to another one of my movie reviews. Today I'm going to be talking about the new vampire movie known as Dracula Untold. It stars Luke Evans, a guy who I like to call not Orlando Bloom, simply because he kind of looks like him, but isn't. This is a movie that also stars Tywin Lannister from Game of Thrones, and it's about Vlad the Impaler, also known as Dracula. This is a movie that's supposed to be the start of this new monster movie franchise for Universal apparently, and all in all, I gotta say, this movie is kind of I mean, it's not bad by any stretch, but it is also nothing close to good. It adds nothing to the whole vampire thing, it doesn't have really good characters, the writing is mediocre, and the special effects were okay, but this is the age of computers. Special effects being okay is basically a necessity. I would say that this is the vanilla ice cream of vampire movies. It's not as bad as Twilight, and it's certainly not as good as, oh, I don't know, The Interview with the Vampire or The Lost Boys or something like that. It's squarely in the middle of mediocre. It also stars Mr. Howard Stark himself from Marvel Cinematic Universe as Mehmet, a Turkish king guy who wants kids to become child soldiers so that they can become the enemies from Assassin's Creed Revelations known as Janissaries. Vlad is against it because he was a child soldier, and being a child soldier pretty much sucks, and Vlad himself cannot fight the Ottoman Empire because he's just one man and the rest of his kingdom are full of idiots and lame people who can't swing a sword to save their lives, and so he goes to make a deal with the vampire devil guy and he gets powers, and the catch is he can have the powers for 3 days, kind of like a trial version, and if he drinks human blood he's gonna be a vampire permanently with all the perks and all the downsides as well. And you know how the story ends because he's definitely not gonna drink human blood and he's not gonna become a famous vampire known as Dracula for all of time, because that's definitely not gonna happen. Yeah, so he drinks blood and he becomes a vampire and shit happens and people die. A lot of people die. Interestingly enough, not him. So there you go. This is the beginning of Universal's monster movie universe, because apparently now you can't have anything without it being part of this huge shared continuity, and that is pretty much Marvel's fault. They did it right and it's awesome, but it doesn't mean that everybody can do it, but studios are convinced that it is their turn next. Anyway, that is my review. Dracula Untold is ultimately forgettable because it adds absolutely jack shit to the vampire mythology, and it is good enough not to be offensive but bad enough not to be memorable. Anyway, have you seen this movie? I'm sorry for you. Maybe you should watch some other movies like, I don't know, Interview with the Vampire. That's a pretty good movie. It has Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt in it. Also, sorry for the lack of updates. Things have been a little difficult, but I'll do as much as I can and post as many videos as I can, and there's a huge mega update coming up really soon and I'm preparing myself for it. And also check out Instagram. I'll leave you my Instagram ID thing over here, and I'm doing this thing this November where I'm posting a bunch of pictures with no filters on them. I feel like people rely on filters too much. It's called No Filter November and it's supposed to be a fun thing to do. So let's try it out. I'm definitely gonna do it and we will all see what we can do. Anyway, have a nice day. I will see you when I see you. Bye bye.